Hey guys, this is RolloutReviews with RolloutReviews doing another Let's Build. Today we are starting on the Summer 2015 BIONICLE sets with Skull Warrior. And the only reason we're building him first is because, well, he's the first one. We're just going to be doing these by numerical order as far as set numbers go, because I usually have like an elemental order that I established with my first Toamata reviews, and I kind of stick with that, but these guys really don't have elements, so we're just going to be doing it this way. It's going to be pretty spooky, because they're all Skeletmans, or whatever. So, actually, let's take a look at the box before we cut right into it. I haven't looked at these boxes myself. So, you got the Toa going through a gate, and you got a Skeletman, and you got him knocking off Kopaka's mask, and then he's got Kopaka's mask, and then he's got Kopaka's mask again. And all the Toa are charging towards him there, I guess. This guy looks pretty cool. I don't know. I was thinking about getting more of these guys because, as you can see, there's like an army of them in the background. You know, getting at least 3 of them because they're sort of army builder sets. There you got Kopaka grabbing for his mask. Yeah, looks pretty good. So, now we'll get to opening it up. We're in. Okay. So, inside, of course, I got bags and bags of stuff, and then the instruction booklet. So, set the box off to the side, and we'll sort of pan the camera down here. Here's the instructions. You got the green ninja dude on the back. Comic on the inside, and not a whole lot different going on with the instructions. So let's open these bags up and take a look at the parts. I still prefer the anarchy of just dumping out all of the parts all together. Kind of a double-edged sword though, because I always end up losing parts as I build this, having to search for things in the pile, but I'd argue that's almost half the fun here. So let's go through and take a look at some of the new parts. These are not new, but I believe were not released in the US. These sort of parts were in the Chima construction sets that were never released, although they might have been in a couple system sets, maybe like some Ninjago sets or something. I don't know. I'm not an expert on where parts come from, as I established in my first 2015 set Let's Builds. You got these new, like, well, they're CCBS bones, but they actually look like bones, and that's kind of neat. Here's the chest plate for Skull Warrior here, which I actually like. It's a lot more uniform than the Toa chest plates, I feel. I like that design, actually. Let's see, you got this like knee armor piece, which looks really good. I love the detail on that. No pistons or greeblies or anything. I guess you could consider this a vent, but it looks bionicle enough to me. Of course, you have sort of a drained golden Kopaka mask, which is interesting. I suppose that's kind of cool. More of like a story-relevant piece than something I think strictly looks cool alone. I honestly, like, I don't know how to feel about those, but they look sort of cool, I guess. This new sword piece, which looks pretty gnarly. It's all jagged and hooked. I guess the idea is that it, like, hooks behind a mask and pulls it off, which is not bad. And then you have the new mask here, sort of the skull-looking mask. It's got some pistons and whatnot on there, so I don't know. I think it looks pretty cool. It's actually a bit smaller than I was expecting for some reason. Oh, and then finally you have this like rib cage piece, which just looks awesome. Love the way that looks. Honestly, I was expecting sort of more of a full chest plate piece, but no, it's just the rib assembly. Anyway, we've talked about this enough. Let's finally get to building this guy. First step would be the legs. So, you got the foot, and then you got, which kind of bone is this? Just this kind? Yeah? Seems like it. Okay. Well, let's put that in there. Let's actually move the instructions a bit over here. Okay. Next, just take one of these blue parts and a friction extender. There we go. And now he actually gets toes. I really like this. I saw a lot of people actually using these in mocks back when these parts were sort of first released. And these feet were released, and that always just looks cool. I also like it when people make like claws out of like system pieces. That always looks great to me. But yeah, they actually do it here. They actually might have done it in some of the Chima sets too. I'm not entirely sure. Again, my memory is a little bit hazy as far as parts usage goes on a lot of Hero Factory sets, and then I never got any of the Chima CCBS sets, so I wouldn't know about that either. It's kind of weird that the bone is almost sideways. Like, you'd think it would be like that, but I don't know. What do I know? Are these the right... His legs seem kind of short to me. Maybe this guy isn't as tall as I thought he was. Because that seems like a very, very short leg. I don't know. Maybe I expected too much as far as height goes. Looks like you also have another just like random half pin sticking out of the chest. A couple of the Toa had that, and I don't understand. Anyway, so you got this. We'll set him over here for now while we build the gearbox. Here it is. Here's the part I was looking for. And now we need this. I think this is actually going to be pretty straightforward here. I hate it, like, they have you put this gear in here loosely, and then they have you, like, sit it down, and on the table, it, like, pops back out. Whatever. Because you need to sort of build this piece here before you can slide it in and lock that gear in place. First world problems. Come on. Oh, I didn't have it. Didn't have it in the right place. Okay, there you go. Now, just use one of these little friction pieces. Nothing we haven't seen before on all of the Toa, basically. All right, now, you got something a little bit new here. He sort of has this piece on his back to lock in, or not lock in, but just create storage for his secondary weapon, which is like a spear. So that's kind of cool. And it uses that piece there to attach to the back. What piece am I looking for? Here we go. All right, now I need another ball joint. There you go. And there you go. Now we're on our way. This is kind of the boring part to me. Like, I remember back when the first wave came out, the winter wave, and like the gearbox was super exciting to me because it was new, you know, and like it was fun seeing how all of the functions worked and everything. But now it's just sort of like, yeah, this is old news, and I just want to get through it. I feel like, in a way, Skull Warrior is one of the most boring of the new wave, just because, well, I guess also Skull Grinder has just the standard gearbox, but it's like we've seen that before. Whatever. I think like Basher and Slicer and Scorpio are a little bit more interesting on that front, and I guess the only reason why I feel like Warrior is a little bit more boring is because I kind of think Skull Grinder looks cooler, but maybe that's just me. Oh, I did a thing wrong! Oh, I did a thing wrong! Way back here. And you're probably screaming at me from beyond the screen. Well, screaming at me from the YouTube. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Because the leg is actually all asymmetrical, and I just assumed the legs were the same because I had the parts to build two of the exact same leg. But that's not the case. I'm sorry. I apologize. That was actually a long portion of this that was built wrong. But there you go. I fixed it. And he's got like this knee armor here. I guess the idea is like, because he's got a bow, he can like crouch down and use that as like a knee pad. I don't know. That's just what I'm guessing. Again, I can't get over the fact that this guy looks way shorter. Maybe he's like just as tall as Pohatu, at least, but then again, Pohatu's easily the shortest of the 6 Toa. Well, I guess Onu is pretty short, but he's much more bulky. So, yeah, okay, alright. It's more asymmetry going on here. Yeah, it looks like this guy actually only does come with one size of bone piece. I don't think... Maybe only, like, Skull Grinder comes with a larger size of bone piece, but I don't know why I thought that looked shorter than what I've seen. This whole set is doing weird things as far as size goes. Like, in pictures, I thought these guys were a lot bigger. But I guess they're just $15 sets, so whatever. Am I blind? What? Oh, it's over here. It's bright orange. Yeah, I don't know. Again, that's the problem with just having them all in a pile without like setting them out beforehand. Lining your ducks in a row. All right, let's build the head. Head built. Is this a... Yeah, this is a new color of eye there. I actually wonder how that would look on Gali, because, you know, Gen 1 Gali had orange eyes, at least for the first couple years. Then you got that. That looks really cool, actually. I love that piece. Anyway. And you got the chest plate. Still got the exposed ball joints on there, but oh well, whatever. I've kind of got used to that at this point. Okie dokie. We're almost done, it seems like, here. We just need to build the weapons for the most part. Let's get all these out of the way. So now we are building a staff of some kind, or I guess a spear, really. Maybe it's more like a halberd? I don't know. I'm no weapons expert. As far as I know, this doesn't have a name of any kind, especially since these are just like grunt units. I mean, they're warriors, they're just generic warriors, but I don't know, maybe it's like a hook, halberd, staff of ice hookiness. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, see, this kind of like attaches to the back like that. I think it's weird, actually, that they made me build this piece on to the staff instead of just having me build this section on the body and then build this. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me that thinks it's weird. Go back on. There you go. Okay, so he's got a thing sticking up over his shoulder. You can't really see that, but we'll bring the camera up here once we've finished building the bow. the big old crossbow thing. Yeah, these are the sort of the same pieces that was on the Protector of Stone? Yeah, the Protector of Stone. Nil coup. What? Oh, there it is. It's hiding under there. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons, she was such a shriek. Or something like that, I don't know. That's like my Halloween tradition. Just religiously listening to spooky, scary skeletons over and over and over. And it's weird because, like, when I heard that these sets were coming out, I, like, in the middle of, the spring, I started listening to that song because, I thought it was funny that the bad guys are skeletons and spooky, scary skeletons. And it kind of threw me off. It threw my internal clock off because I usually don't listen to that song at all before Halloween. But yeah, these sets have got me in the mood. I actually really like that song. Like, completely unironically, like, I really like that song. Maybe it's just me. So yeah, we got a similar thing going on here too. I mean, it's kind of like actually a hybrid between the Protector of Jungle and the Protector of Stone's weapons, because it's a bit more like the Protector of Stone up here, I think, but it's a bow. So yeah, it's kind of a bit more like the Protector of Jungle. And then you got this whole thing down here. And you got this thing going on here. And this piece there. Yeah, I think there actually is a way to also replace this and just give him, like, yeah, you're able to, like, somehow put the crossbow on his back too. I'll figure that out later though. And then, I haven't turned the page yet, but I can only assume that the next step is putting on these sections here. It's kind of like a Gatling crossbow. I mean, with like the Protector Gatling whatever piece here, which is, by the way, is a recolor in translucent blue. Like, I didn't even mention that until now. Like, what even is the point of these? I guess the same thing was true on the Protector of Jungle's weapon. It's like, yeah, what even is the point of these if it's just like a Gatling gun in the center? Like, there's like no tension, there's no string to pull back on, so what's the point of having, I don't know. That's just me being nitpicky. Anything else? Is that like it? Once I give him this and give him his mask? Yeah, this is actually, I mean, okay, I don't know. Maybe it isn't. But for some reason this looks like an abnormal amount of extra pieces to me. But we'll see once we've got everything situated. So here's his crossbow, and then I don't know. Let's get him in kind of a whatever pose of some kind, and then let's actually bring the camera up before we put on his mask, so you can kind of see the mask go on. Yeah, there you go. That looks good, actually. I really do like this mask. I think it looks super sinister. Anyway, looks like, yep, there are 7, or, yeah, 7 extras, like usual. Except for on the Protector of Jungle. I think I just assumed, and I said in the Let's Build and in the review that the Protector of Jungle came with 7 extra, but looking back, I actually think that set in particular, for some reason, only came with 6. Only came with 6 extras, which is weird. But yeah, and then here are all of the extra pieces if you want to know about those. So let's actually. Oh, we're back here again. The curse of closing the box, which I had a grand old time with in the last Let's Builds, and I'm sure most people are annoyed at me for, because they're like, why do you close the box? Well, I keep these boxes because I think they look pretty cool, and I really sort of want this final shot to be the built set with the box, because I think that's pretty cool, and this is on the ground over here. It won't really fit in shot, but just believe me. So, that is about it, guys, and this is IX Roll It IX, signing off.